There's so much you hear about spirituality as you listen to different YouTube videos, Instagram clips, recordings, and as you read books. They all tend to say similar things. This morning, I went for a walk, and what came to me wasn't just fresh air, it was clarity. There's so much you hear about spirituality as you listen to different YouTube videos, Instagram clips, recordings, and as you read books. They all tend to say similar things. They create a long list of things that you have to do in order to realize your enlightenment, your spiritualization, your awakening. They create a long list of levels that you must go through to achieve enlightenment and to be awakened. Some even say you must understand the cosmos. But who says that? Who says that you have to go through all of those things? My journey starts with me being inquisitive as a child. Something was off. It just wasn't right. So I didn't stay in religion too long, except for the last religion that I was in. Even when I started following that religion, I knew that something was off, something wasn't right, things were missing. Questions popped up that I never answered, or should I say I never got answered. Years went by without me doing any research, but those same questions came back and haunted me and made me answer them. And I'm glad I did. Once I realized that, I separated myself from that and from all religions. But then I started following what I thought was spiritualization. I started listening to YouTube videos and reading a lot of books. To make this long story short, I realized that I am it, and it hit me hard when that realization came. The realization was everything, it's Maya. Everything isn't what it appears to be. That includes all the books I was reading, all the people who were in those books, all the writers of those books, the world as a whole. It was all perception. It was what I perceived it to be. I asked a question. If all is an illusion, then so are the books, the videos, everything. But I also saw that those things were pointers. I used them as pointers. You can do whatever research you want. You can look wherever you want. You can go by the Vedas. You can go by whatever. I don't care. But you have to ask the question, what was before that? And that's one thing I did. I read about different scriptures. I read the Emerald Tablets. But the question still remained. What was before that? Books are written. Books are written by people, and they're telling you their perception of their reality. Nowadays, spiritualization is so big, it's become a moneymaker. You pay for these retreats and satsangs and boot camps and everything else so that they can tell you they're going to help you get to where you want to go, help you realize who you are, help you reach that place, but you got to pay this or that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the way they do things. Everybody pays for something. I paid for books, I paid for YouTube, and I even paid for ChatGPT. But all of that helped me to realize that I am who I am. Ramana Maharshi, Nisargadatta Maharaj, and J. Krishnamurti. Those three were really the ones who pointed me to where I needed to go, to realize you are who you are. There is no school that you must go to in order to realize who you are. There is no retreat, no satsang that you must attend to realize who you are. You're not separate from who you really are. You are who you are, and that's a fact. Thoughts come, thoughts go. Dreams come, dreams go. Everything on this planet, everything in the universe comes and goes. But the source, what you're looking for, which is you, doesn't come and go. You were there before all of this. You are not new to this, and you are not old to this. You are who you are. To break this down, some people get into spiritualization because they are expecting fireworks. I used to meditate thinking that I was going to see something, that there was going to be some sort of firework that went off, and I'd say, holy smoke, I've awakened. Or that I'd hear the voice of Source, God, whatever you want to call it. But I realized that's not happening, and it wasn't going to happen. When you realize your natural state, what's going to change in you is your perception. You're going to see this universe, this world, in a different way. There aren't going to be any bells. There aren't going to be any fireworks like the 4th of July. If you hear voices, question it. Did that voice come and did it go? You better question. If you get a dream and the dream says you're enlightened, you better question that too. Did it come and did it go? Anything that comes and goes is not you. You are consistent. I really shouldn't even be saying the word you, because that's like saying I. That's like saying me. It gives the mind something to hold on to, and the mind is always looking for that trigger point. I use certain words only because for communication between us and the way we have to communicate, we have to use some words. But I'm telling you right now, there are no words. There are no words that can describe, that can name, that can put any type of concept or precept on your natural state. Even saying natural state is already a description. Ramana Maharshi said that silence makes you realize your true state. I realized that silence, not silence from noises like birds and planes and cars, this silence is different. This silence cannot be described, so I'm not going to try, because you can't put words to it, just like you can't put words to who you truly are. If you're paying for something, you will continue paying for it. Use it as a pointer. Do not grasp it. In other words, do not hold it and identify with it so that you start saying, I follow this person or that person. Don't follow me. Don't follow my path. I'd love for you to follow the channel, but don't follow the path. Create your own path. Inquire. Ask questions. Share your journey with others so they too can realize that they don't need to jump through hoops. They don't need to wait for bells and whistles. I am who I am, and that's who I am. Question everything. You read something, question it. That's inquiry. You need to know the truth. A believer is someone who follows the path of someone else. But guess what? You can follow someone's path, but now you're locked in. You are going by a belief. You just gave the mind something to lock on to. I am a follower of. You don't need to be a follower of anyone. You create your own path, and that is what you're looking for. When you create your own path, you see the truth. You may begin with chants, mantras, or meditation, but eventually you may realize you don't even have to meditate. Question that too. Why do I have to meditate? Who says I have to meditate? What is meditating? There are no gods that you need to bow down to and give worship to. I'm not saying you are God. I don't use that term. I don't use that phrase. No. But what I am going to say is, you are who you are. There's nothing more. There's nothing less. You don't need to add anything. You don't need to take anything away. You can't take away who you are. You can't add who you are, because you are who you are. When you start feeling emotions, ask about those emotions. Question them. Where did this emotion arise from? Sometimes thoughts just come to me. Thoughts pop up in my head. Sometimes those thoughts are crazy. The mind wants to pull a trick and go all the way back to my childhood to bring a thought up, and sometimes I fall for it. Then I realize, wait a minute, where did that come from? That's just how I say it. Not where does this thought arise, but where did you come from? In my mind, I'm saying this casually. Where did that come from? But I say to you, a thought arises. Where did that thought come from? A feeling arises. Where did that feeling come from? Because you'll see that if you trace it back to its source, it fades away. It just fades away. And that is the truth. You are one. There's not two. There's not three. When you go outside, look around. Look at everything. Take the name away from everything that you're looking at without labeling it. What remains is not separate. I know you're going to hear people say that once you come to a realization, the body is going to fade away. I'm here to tell you that body isn't going anywhere until it dies. Because you don't die, the body dies. You're not going anywhere. You're going to continue living your life, continue getting up, going to work, taking care of your kids. If you have kids, taking care of all your responsibilities. You're going to continue doing that, but you're going to continue with a different perception. That's what's going to happen. If anything I said here, no matter how big or how little, caught your attention, put a thumbs up and subscribe. Give me a like, subscribe to the channel, is free. Thank you.